Alright guys, so I'm just walking through a local park on my way to the woods, and figured I'd enjoy some simple trails now before I start getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. This actually caught my eye right here. If you take a look, can you see a hand drill spindle anywhere? Right here is mullein. It's a fresh growth from this year, but at the end of the season I'll come and grab that when it's nice and big, and I could probably get a couple of good hand drills out of that. And if I look a little bit to the left, there's two more right there, and there's a few more actually kind of peppered throughout this brush. So I'm gonna let these guys grow, and I'll come back again in a couple of weeks, or at the end of the season anyway, and collect those guys. So let's go hit the woods and have a little fun. Now if you take a look around here, there's these kind of holes on the banks all over the place. There's one there, a couple of them here. It appears that something was trying to make something here, or let's take a look at one of the end of these pieces here. Yeah, that looks like it was gnawed on by something. Well, it's too bad I missed that guy. We'll have to come back here and see if we can spot him again another day. Alright, one of my favorite wild edibles right here. Staghorn Sumac. Makes a delicious drink called Sumac Aid. If you don't know about it, you should Google it, check it out. Kind of tastes like lemonade with a twist. It's delicious stuff. Yeah, so I was chatting with some locals the other day, and they basically advised me that the city has come and trapped the beavers that were here and relocated them, or did away with them, or whatever it is they do with them. Kind of disappointed in that. I mean, I've been following their trails for a while, and I'd seen them a couple of times, but I wasn't able to get them on camera. And I thought I saw a beaver this morning while walking around, and but he spotted me before I got close enough to film him, so not sure if it was a beaver or a muskrat. If it was a muskrat, it was probably the biggest one I've ever seen. But anyway, so we're just going to poke around again a little bit more to see if they actually got all the beavers. I'm hoping to find some pretty new beaver sign, but if not, we're going to head back into the woods today. And I've got a couple of ideas I want to bounce off you guys, and I want to show you why I carry MORA knives. So we'll get into that in a couple of minutes, but I'm just going to take one more last peek and see if I can find some any recent beaver sign. So stick around, guys. Alright, so I did find some signs of beaver, but this is all really old. You can see it's all starting to check and everything like that, split up. So, but I haven't really found anything else new anywhere. Everything else is all old, really getting thick in here. So I think I'm just going to start heading back, and we'll head into the woods soon. Or head into more woods, or different woods. But this is not looking too promising for a place to hang out. Well, when you find nice batches of resources like that, you gotta collect it. That's a nice chunk of spruce sap. We're out for a little walk in the woods today. You know, I just decided to come out and have some fun, enjoy the weather. It's really hot today, like really hot today. You can see like even my glasses are fogging up. It's so humid. I'm just pouring sweat. And anyway, I wanted to come out today and show you guys. Well, first of all, I wanted to collect a little bit of resources. I found my tinder bag was getting a little bit low. I've got a couple of birches around me, so I'll collect some of that, and hopefully we can get our hands on some mushrooms. But my purpose for coming out here today was to talk about MORA knives, why I carry two. Basically, I'm going to review a pair that I have and why I carry two, why I use them as like a 1-2 punch type thing, and I'll talk about what really they excel at. So let's find a nice spot where I can kind of set up, and we'll see if we can start, you know, carving and talking. Hey guys, sorry about the background noise. We're not too far away from the road today, and they've got some construction or something going on about 1 kilometer down the road, but it's amazing how loud you can hear it. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about MORA knives. You know, you've probably heard people say that you can't use them as a primary knife. You can't, you know, I mean, there's all kinds of things. You can't baton with them. You can't do this. You can't do that. Me personally, I carry two all the time. They are my primary knives. Yes, I carry two, but I use them for different tasks. We'll go into that a little bit later. But the first one I have is a MORA Companion. I'll come up and give you a look at this one a little bit closer in a minute. And the second one I carry is a MORA Robust, High Q. I'm going to come in, give you a quick look at them, and then I'll tell you what I actually use each one for, and basically why I carry two. Alright, so the first one is my MORA Companion. I'll zoom out a little bit here. My MORA Companion. It's, I mean, if you want to know the specs on it, you can always just Google them. I'm not really into the whole spec thing, but it's got that MORA. This one's a high carbon. I've put a patina on it. It's kind of worn off now, but I got to do another one soon. But the blade is about 4 inches long. The handle is about 4.5 inches long, or the blade, both of them are about 4.5 inches long. Scandi grind. Now, this one is about, I think it's like a little under 1/8 thick, and this one does come with an unsharpened spine. What I've done to mine is I've well, obviously put a patina on it to help with the rust. And I do put I did grind a 90-degree angle on the back here, so I'm able to use to scrape things with it and use a ferrocerium rod. But yeah, so that's about it for this one. I'll show you the and all MORAs come with this this plastic sheath. Retention's pretty good. Doesn't really rattle around much. Very little. I mean, retention's pretty good, and it also has a drainage hole on the bottom. So I'm going to show you this one is I'm not focusing, the High Q Robust. This one also has a plastic sheath with a drainage hole. Rattled a little bit more for some reason, this one, and the retention's pretty good. It also has this little knob here on the front end, and I'll show you what that's for in a minute. The spine of it is a 3mm. I've also put a patina on this one. This one was really shiny and polished. It's covered in oil right now because I did have a rust problem on it, so I've just oiled it up. Now, the difference between the two of these, they both have Scandi grinds. Because the spine is a little bit thicker on this one, the Scandi grind itself goes up a little bit higher, but I believe they're the same degree. Differences between this one and the Companion. Let's get them over here. Companion is a little bit thinner. The shapes of the blades are basically the same. The handle, though, you'll notice a considerable difference in the handles. The Robust is longer and fatter, and it fits in your hand quite well. And I tend to carry this one more for power, you know, for power strokes, power cutting, heavy carving, batoning, that kind of thing. Which, I mean, I don't really baton very much, but it's I very have the need to you know, very rarely have the need to baton. But this is it can baton with this one. The companion has a much smaller handle, but it fits in your hand still nice. A little bit tighter on the pinky, but it still fits pretty good. Very comfortable in the hand. And it, I mean, you can, you know, for all the grips you can use, you know, for reverse lever grip, you know, for whatever you want to do with it. You know, if you want to get in tight, if you want to, you know, for carving, it's quite nice for carving. The reason why I use this guy, with the small handle, it's very easy to flip it around, to get different grips on it. It's quite comfortable. You know, for, you know, dexterity wise, this guy, if you're doing small, fine tasks, this is the guy to go with. If you're going for heavy tasks, heavy carving, batoning, that kind of thing, go for the big, heavier handle. You get a good grip onto it. They're both nice and round on the back sides. Quite comfortable in the hand on any grip you want to use. You know, in this way, out that way. You know, chest. If you want to do the chest lever grip, I mean, it all works out well with both these knives. But I find this one's kind of quick to change, faster to change. You know, it's got more dexterity into it, into the smaller handle. But both knives excellent, and you can pretty much do the same task with both knives. Now I'll show you what this knob's here for. So the reason why it has this knob here, if you look on the back of the MORA sheaths, they have this little hole here, and you can click them together, so you can have them hanging on your side. Right here, you'll have both of them kind of set up right on your side. You'll have your little guy for your carving tasks and your big guy for your big work. So we're going to start with this guy today. We're going to go over onto the stump there, and we're going to baton some pieces with this, and we'll do another carving project in a minute with the other one. Alright, so I got this piece here. It's about 2 inches, nothing crazy, but I mean, all things considered, I don't like to overwork my blades, but just to see if it batons, or if it batons well, we'll take a look at the edge again on the end when I'm done. But here we go. Dropping stuff all over the place, sorry guys. So it does split pretty well. I know that this is a really dry seasoned piece of wood, so, but it's not quite yet punky. It's all pretty hard. Now, it splits pretty easily. I mean, this is probably a softwood. I'm assuming it's a softwood. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Probably black spruce or something. But, I mean, I'm not the best at feather sticks, I'll be honest with you. I like to scrape things with the back of my blade, but you can do a lot of good power strokes with this knife. It's that's what I find it's best at. Notching, doing your notches and stuff. Oh, here comes that guy again. Notching stuff is not so bad with this guy, but anyway. Like I said, my feather sticks suck, but that is a little better. Some modifications that I've made to both the blades. This one I put a patina on, the other one I put a patina on, but I haven't sharpened the spine yet. So if, for example, I wanted to strike a ferrocerium rod with this, it really is not going to happen. I can work on that all day long. It's not gonna spark. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions about MORAs, saying that they only have a tang that goes this far. That's absolutely not true. The tang actually goes down to just about here. It's It's more of a three-quarter tang. It is a rat tail, however, but it's a pretty thick, strong. I've batoned big chunks of wood with this thing, and I've never broken a MORA knife. And this one is pretty new, but the other one I have, this guy, I've had it now for about 3 years. Thing's in great shape. I've batoned many stumps with it. I mean, and this is a much thinner blade than the other one. Ooh, some kind of goop on there. It's a much thinner blade than the other one. So it doesn't split as good, but it is capable. And as for feather sticks and things, again, I'm really not good at feather sticks, but it definitely does get the job done. I mean, I should be making them a little thinner than that for fire, but I mean, it does a job. These will ignite, so I'm not too worried about that. And modifications I've done this blade, I've done a patina, and I've sharpened the spine. So now, when I want to throw some sparks, for example, it throws sparks. So anyway, I'm not going to light any fires with this today. But one of the other reasons why I like to sharpen the back of the spines of my knife is because I'm not a big fan of feather sticking, but I do like scraping and getting big piles of fluff. I brought this stick with me here, and we're going to chop a couple of pieces off. Maybe we'll baton them. Let's see if we can lie this across like this. One. Two. And we'll find a smaller brass for the third one that we need. So, as for notching, I tend to use this little guy, but all things considered, the robust is just as good. I wouldn't say better, but it is just as good. This guy does cut some pretty nice notches. There's a 7 notch for you. I don't know if you can see that there. Alright, so my 7 notches there. Cut that guy up nice. I like to work past my knees when I'm carving, just in case an accident happens and I'm cutting up here and I slice the inside of my leg. That would be a really bad news. Even right here, close to the road, I could probably yell at people to come help me, and I'd still be in deep trouble, I think. Let's see how we're doing here. Alright, so I'm not a one-tool option kind of guy. I prefer to carry many options with me, whether it be you know, a pair of knives. Actually, today I have, believe it or not, I have 5 knives on me. I'll try not to break it this time. I am using a really small stick. I find the small sticks make the trigger a little bit easier, a little bit lighter. And basically that's what you want if you're going to be making deadfall traps. Make sure that doesn't snap or cut my finger off. There we go. There we go. hopefully those guys are gone. At least gone until we finish up this video here. Anyway, I think we're just about there. Might have to make that a little bit bigger. Here we go. Let's see if we can put this together. I found a plan. There we go. Here's our trap set. And this is how light it is. Alright guys, so now that we're all done the video, the noise has stopped and all the people that are pissing me off have gone away. But I just wanted to introduce you to my two friends, MORA and MORA, Companion and Robust. You know, they're excellent knives. They'll do pretty much anything you want them to, within reason, but I mean, that goes for any knife. I know a lot of people like to see batoning, and I think batoning does have its place if you're in super wet conditions and you need to dry out, you get to dry some dry material. Do you need to be able to baton a 6-inch log? Probably not. I just used a 2-inch log, and that will give you dry material inside anyway, unless you're in some kind of rainforest or something. Well, maybe that's something different, but I think you know, you might have to go through something a little slightly deeper. But all things considered, these guys will do anything you can. And just to give you a heads up, I paid $32 Canadian for both these knives. So I'm carrying two. They're pretty light. Both of them together are quite light, with the rubberized handles, the plastic rubberized molded injection or whatever they call it. They're really durable, really strong, and I mean, you just can't kill them. You know, I've had this for 3 years, the Companion. It's a thin one. I heard a lot of bad things about them not being full tang, and you can't do things with them, and I beat the hell out of this knife and it's still around. So I decided to go for to get a Robust for something for the harder tasks. But do I really need that knife? Probably not. But if I'm going to be batoning larger material, then yes. And with the Scandi grind, they're both excellent carvers and they're decent splitters. So anyway, I've said my 2 cents. Hope you enjoyed the video. Probably could have done some more things, but I think you guys get the point. And there's many reviews out there anyway. I just wanted to have some fun. It's too bad we didn't get to see the beavers today. I gotta find out if those beavers are gone, because I've been really trying to find them and get some good footage of them, but I think my plans might have been ruined. I'll get a picture of the beaver dam that's been destroyed on the way back out again today, and you'll see that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, you guys take care, get out and explore, and like, share, and subscribe. See you again soon, guys.